to 31 Days of Gratitude with Timidale David. In a time of uncertainty and chaos, how best can we respond as a people? We can respond with gratitude, knowing that a grateful heart is a thankful heart, and a thankful heart can overflow with abundance. This is 31 Days of Gratitude with Timidale David, and today is the 24th day in the month of July. We are in July 2020. Here we are. It's July is about rounding off, and we are alive and we are well. That's something to thank God for. But the first challenge I want to leave with us today is when this is all over, when the pandemic, the COVID-19, or the news of recession that we're hearing, when it will all be over, what do you want the world to say about you? What would you want the world to read about you? What will you want the unborn children to read of your exploit? And so my first challenge this morning is to start thinking of what you want the world to celebrate you with, or what you want the world to write of you. Just like the scripture says, I have come to do your will as it is written in the volume of the books. And so when 10 years down the line, what will they write about you? And yesterday on the moment of gratitude, we saw how life, we must be grateful. Our gratefulness could help us to enjoy the journey, and why we should not compare ourselves to others. It is a bad practice that every one of us must desist from. And today on the moment of gratitude, we are looking at Brené Brown saying, Brené said, what separates privilege from entitlement is gratitude. What separates privilege from entitlement is gratitude. Life is not an entitlement. Life is not an entitlement. I want to sink that into our ears, because I used to think that life is all about entitlement. You just go to demand, you just go and tender something down and say you deserve this. No, it's a privilege. You are living now, it's a privilege. Some people died with COVID-19. It's so sad. As I said earlier, I lost a distant family member. It's so painful. We can't get the brother back. And so many people have lost loved ones. They have lost investment. They have lost businesses. And so it's not an entitlement. Okay, it's not an entitlement. It's not because you have done the right thing and so you will leave. Sometimes it's not like that. It's not A plus B, neither is it 1 plus 1 equal to 2. It's just a privilege. And so your breath today, it's a privilege. You're living today, it's a privilege. It's not because you are better than those that have died, or it's not because you have witty wisdom or invention. That's why your business is still standing today. No, it's not because your company or your country is not experiencing a large volume of COVID-19 cases. It's not because those nations are wise. If it is, why the almighty America is having one of the largest deaths ever recorded about COVID-19. So it's not an entitlement, it's a privilege. So life itself is by mercy, but the mercies of God we are not consumed. We are all enjoying the mercy of God. It's the mercy of God that has kept us alive. And so a life that is grateful, we know that whatever he or she has today is not an entitlement. It's the privilege of God. It's the mercies of God. The mercies of God brought it. It's not just your hard work. It's not just your education. It's not just because you are smart, but the mercy of God came into play. The mercy of God. And that's why we must be grateful. That is the mercy of God that has brought us this far. It's the mercy of God that has kept us this far. It's the mercy of God that is working on our behalf. And the scripture says how we have mercy on whom you have mercy. And my prayer has always been, Lord, make me a candidate of your mercy. In fact, you are a candidate of God's mercy. You are hearing this. You are alive to this time. You are reading this from a book. You're a candidate of God's mercy. And so be grateful that you're enjoying the mercy of God. Be grateful. It's not an entitlement. It's a privilege. And be grateful for everything. Thank you for taking time to be with me today. See you tomorrow. And remember, we are to occupy till we come.